Hello ladies and gentlemen and movie lovers of all kind, and welcome back to another Top 10 Wednesday, or Top 10's Day if you prefer. Last week, in preparation for Avengers Endgame, we counted down the top 10 Avengers movie moments. Now it has almost been a full week since the film's release, and the movie wrapped up what the Marvel execs are calling the Infinity Saga. It seemed that today would be fitting to count down the top 10 Marvel Cinematic Universe moments. Now this is your official spoiler warning. I am including Avengers Endgame within these top 10 moments. There are spoilers for Avengers Endgame. Coming in at number 10 is We Are Groot. This moment comes from the first Guardians of the Galaxy way back in 2014. We only know Groot from ever saying, "I am Groot," exclusively in that order. Then when it seems that the team has finally completed their mission, they are facing certain doom and they are prepared to die. But lo and behold, Groot comes out of nowhere, forming a cocoon around his team and sacrificing himself to save them. And of course, we get the line in which this moment is titled after. We are Groot. Everyone's in tears. Rocket doesn't want him to do it because he knows that he will die. Such an amazing moment, one that will surely stick with you until the end of the MCU. Coming in at number 9 is What Were You the God of Again? This moment comes from Thor Ragnarok, quite possibly the most outlandish and zany movie from the MCU. And this moment is just purely badass. It always felt like Thor was holding back, right? He wasn't reaching his true potential. He is actually the strongest Avenger, and it's not just a joke. So when this moment hits, it feels like to me that Thor has reached his true full potential. The moment is just pure adrenaline shot. It's so awesome for the character. It's such an epic moment, and one that director Taika Waititi nailed. Coming in at number 8 is actually a two-parter. I am going to cheat a little bit on this one because I just couldn't choose between these two Cap moments. The first one is the "I can do this all day" from Captain America, the First Avenger. Why? Because that line echoes throughout literally the rest of the MCU. Ever since he said that line, I'm pretty sure he said it in almost every single appearance going forward.
I can do this all day. I can do this all day. I can do this all day.
And the second of this two-parter is the elevator scene from the Winter Soldier. It is such a kick-ass moment. I mean, Captain America, he broke the code. He knows that S.H.I.E.L.D. is Hydra. He knows that they're ready to take him out. And there's like 10, 15 burly dudes in here, like the best of the S.H.I.E.L.D. operatives. And they do everything they can to detain this guy, and he is just such a powerhouse. He's kicking their ass, and then he ends by stopping the elevator and jumping out down like 200 feet and just crashing onto the shield and walking it off, okay? The dude is an absolute beast, and he shows it here. So there's my two-parter. I can do this all day, and before we start, does anybody want to get out? Coming in at number 7 is the handicap match at the end of Captain America Civil War of Bucky and Cap taking on Iron Man. It's not just this scene alone, it's the build-up. It's the moment in which Tony finds out that it was Bucky that killed his parents. It's in the moment that Cap says, "He's my friend," and you had that absolutely distraught look in Tony's eyes when he says,
"So was I."
This is quite possibly the most emotionally fueled fight of the entire MCU. That is 22 movies, and this one really brings it home. Everything about it I adore. Coming in at number 6, and this is because of this character's legacy alone, and it is "Hey Everyone" from Captain America Civil War as well. This was Spider-Man's big moment, his big entrance into the MCU, okay? There was rumors going around that Spidey was going to be coming to the MCU, then it was confirmed that he was going to be in Civil War, then we got the moment at the end of that trailer, and then of course, when the moment actually hits in the movie, I feel like that made it so real. It solidified that Spider-Man, the wall crawler, the web slinger, is now officially in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He will have his own solo outings, he will have team-up movies, and of course he will become a part of the Avengers. The MCU at this point had already been going on for 8 full years without its arguably most iconic character. Like I said, this moment really made it real. Spider-Man is here. Spider-Man is in the MCU. Coming in at number 5 is The Snap. I stand by my statement in saying that this is quite possibly the most shocking ending of a film in the 21st century, quite possibly all time. Who would have thought the bad guy would win. But Thor should have gone for the head. Half of all life in the universe gone. Of course, this sets up for Endgame. It's a devastating moment. It's soul-crushing. It's gut-wrenching. It's an absolute throat punch. And I love every second of it, and I just get goosebumps every time I watch it over and over again. Coming in at number 4 is going to be I Am Iron Man. But it is when Tony Stark says I am Iron Man at the end of Iron Man, the original one from '08, and when he says it in his final moments in Avengers Endgame. Back in the first Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. actually ad-libbed, at least to the best of my knowledge, that he actually just said this line on the spot.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
He went off script, and Kevin Feige himself has gone on to say that it completely changed the course of the MCU, and I have no doubts in my mind that because that line changed everything going forward for the MCU, that is also why he got that line and he got that moment in the end of Endgame. And it was the perfect way to close off Tony Stark's arc. I'm getting welled up just thinking about it now. Such an iconic moment, and one that I guarantee we will never forget, whether it is his first I Am Iron Man or it is his last. Coming in at number 3, and that is when Cap wields Mjolnir. Oh my god. My jaw dropped to the floor and stayed there until that fight was over. And then of course it gets even more epic. He has the lightning, he's spinning it around, he's throwing Mjolnir, he's throwing the shield, he's hitting the shield with Mjolnir. Everything about it screams epic, screams top 3 moments in the MCU. Coming in at number 2 is the team assembles. The first time that the team really fully comes together as a team, it is that spinning 360 shot from the first Avengers. Up until now, it was quite possibly my favorite moment I've ever experienced in a movie theater. I absolutely adore it. I will never forget it. I got goosebumps, I got butterflies. I don't think I could ever fully describe what I felt when I first saw this moment, and I'm sure it will stick with me until the end of my movie watching days. And coming in at number 1, I am simply going to title the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it is the moment in Avengers Endgame when it looks like all hope is gone, and suddenly in the background behind Cap and his destroyed shield, we see Doctor Strange's portal open, and then the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, the now living again heroes and their armies, pour through the dozens of portals, and we get the most epic final battle to ever grace a screen. Yes, I said it, the most epic, singular, most epic battle to ever hit a movie screen. I was in pure awe. I will never, ever forget this moment. I absolutely love it. I cannot say enough about it. Perfect timing, perfect execution, the most grand and epic moment I have ever seen, and it is the number 1 most memorable, iconic, unforgettable, epic moment of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, at least in its current state. So if you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what were your favorite moments from the MCU. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and that's a wrap.